Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for standing by. Welcome to the Broner versus Maidana conference call. At this time, all participants are in a listen-only mode. Later, there will be an opportunity for questions and comments. Instructions will be given at that time. As a reminder, this conference call is being recorded. I would now like to turn the conference call over to your host for today, Kelly Swanson. Kelly, please go ahead.
Thank you, operator. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Very excited to have the main event of Danger Zone on the phone with us, both Adrien Broner and Marcos Maidana. And I'm going to turn it right over at this time to Richard Schaefer, Chief Executive Officer, Golden Boy Promotions, to make the introductions. Richard?
Thank you, Kelly, and hello to everyone, to the media. Thank you for being on the call today, and, of course, to the two fighters. Talking about ending it with a bang, I think this is as big of a bang as one can get. I think it's the best card we have ever put together. It's certainly the card of the year. I don't remember ever having put together such an evenly matched card, and I think it's a thank you to the fight fans, to the media, to everyone for being part of what I think has been the best year for boxing in so many years. The card from the ALAMODOME, December the 14th, is going to be televised live on SHOWTIME. Yes, it's live. It's not a pay-per-view, so people can watch it on SHOWTIME. A big thank you to Steven Espinosa, the president of sports at SHOWTIME, and Matt Blank, the chairman, and as well as the chairman and CEO of CBS, parent company, Leslie Moonves. I'd like to thank as well Corona, AT&T, Casamigos Tequila, and the Grudge Match in theaters December the 25th for being the sponsor for this great event. Tickets at the ALAMODOME, and this is like unreal, starting at $10. Yes, you heard it right, at $10. For $10 to be able to see what is easily the best card of the year, there's no excuse for San Antonio not to be coming out in masses. And the tickets are selling very rapidly. I expect to be somewhere between 20 and 30,000 people at the ALAMODOME on the 14th. This is going to be party San Antonio. This is going to be embracing the great sport of boxing. And for as little as $10, you can be there. That's less than a month.
Hello, please.
So make sure you, for those who don't have tickets, get your tickets. And for those who have them, I look forward to seeing you there at the venue. Now, when you look at the main event of this great card, and just to remind you quickly all, the telecast will be opening up with Beybuch Shumanov fighting Tamas Kovacs for the WBA Super Light Heavyweight World Title. Then Leo Santa Cruz against Cesar Seda from Puerto Rico for the WBC Super Bantamweight World Title. And then Keith one-time Thurman with 21 wins, 19 knockouts, fighting for the WBA welterweight title against Jesus Soto Carras. And then the cherry on top is what I think is one of the most talked about fights of the year, and that's world champion Adrien Broner against Marcos El Chino Maidana. These are two fighters which really don't need much introduction. Both of them are stars. Both of them are exciting. Both of them deliver. Both of them are fan favorites. And we, as fight fans, we can't wait to see that fight. This is one of those fights that we call it Danger Zone, which deserves the title Danger Zone because it is a dangerous fight for Broner. It's a dangerous fight for Maidana, and that's what we, as fight fans, want to see. Marco El Chino Maidana, with a record of 34-3, 31 KOs, certainly knows how to knock people out. He has that one-punch knockout power. He was the former WBA junior welterweight world champion, began his quest for his second world title in 2012 when he moved up to 147 pounds. After losing to Devon Alexander, he went on and to score an exciting 8-round TKO over tough contender Jesus Soto Carras in September of last year, which turned out to be one of the Fight of the Year candidates. In 2013, he defended his WBA International Championship in his hometown, Buenos Aires, against Angel Martinez, and then most recently he turned in a great performance against Josecito Lopez here in Carson, California, and now here he is knocking on the door to become the welterweight world champion against Adrien Broner. Marcos, if you can maybe make a quick opening statement before I'm going to introduce Adrien.
Marco, por favor, decinos algunas palabras introductorias acerca de la pelea con Broner.
Bueno, no, ya estoy en la última semana del entrenamiento, todo bien, fuerte. Broner creo que no ha peleado nunca con un boxeador como él, y bueno, esta va a ser su prueba de juego.
Ajá.
Can you translate, Sebastian?
Yes. He said, I'm excited to be on this great boxing card next 14th of December in San Antonio. I'm in the last stage of my preparation, which has been great. And once again, I'm convinced that Adrien Broner has never fought a rival of like me. So it will be no easy for him.
Thank you. Now, the man I'm going to introduce, he talks the talk. Some of them don't like him because of it, but you know what? He's one of those guys who not only talks the talk, but he walks the walk. He is, without question, quickly becoming one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. He has a record of 27-0 with 22 knockouts, is already a three-division world champion at 130 pounds in 2011. He won the WBO world title against Vicente Rodriguez in 3 rounds, by the way. In 2012, he defended the WBA with 4th-round TKO over then undefeated Eloy Perez, and then against Vicente Escobedo in July. Closed out 2012 by capturing the lightweight, the WBC lightweight world championship, in a very impressive performance, knockout performance against Antonio DeMarco, and becoming a 2-division world champion. Knocked out Gavin Rees earlier this year inside of 5 rounds, and most recently jumped weight classes from 135 all the way to 147, where he challenged Paulie Malignaggi at the Barclays Center in New York in a very exciting fight that turned him into a 3-time world champion in 3 different weight classes. Many people feel that he is heir apparent to the pound-for-pound throne. He knows you only get there if you fight tough fights against tough opponents, and he knows that with Marcos Maidana, he has exactly that. Marcos Maidana wants nothing more than beating Broner, knows what this is going to do, and Broner will be well prepared to take care of business. It's a pleasure now for me to introduce to you Adrien the Problem Broner.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I really don't got to say too much. He done told y'all what I've been doing to these boxers in my past few years, and it's been devastating. And, I took this fight because everybody, a lot of people were saying that I was picking my opponents and I haven't fought no legitimate fighters. But, I was just blessed with the talent. I make good fighters look basic. Now I take on Chino, Maidana, hard-hitting, knockout artist, Argentine superstar, pretty face. What can I say? It's going to be a hell of a fight. I really can't trash talk. With someone who don't speak English, so I will not be the villain like everybody try to make me out to be a villain. What I want to say to Chino and Team Maidana is I hope he's 100% ready. I hope he's 110% ready. I hope he don't have no codes the week of the fight. I hope his team train to the best of the ability. His coach, Garcia, You know, he got a great coach. I respect his coach, and you know, I want to come. I want him to come prepared because comes December 14th, Saturday night, I will be victorious, man, and I just don't want no excuses. You know, it don't matter what I do. It don't matter what I do. I just feel like I never get the credit that I deserve. So even when I win this fight, and I'm going to win this fight in a spectacular fashion, and I'm gonna keep it professional. I don't have to bring nobody outside life into this fight. Like I said before, he don't speak no English. So I wish him and his camp the best, and I hope nobody get brutally hurt. But I'm coming in for the kill, and you know, I'm putting my heart on the line, and he's really going to have to make me respect his boxing skills. December 14th, I will be victorious, and I want everybody to come out and watch me.
Thank you very much, Adrien. We like to open it up now for questions for the members of the media.
Thank you. If you would like to ask a question or have a comment, please press *1 on your telephone keypad. This will fit the question in the order it was received. Once again, if you would like to ask a question, please press *1 on your telephone keypad. And our first question comes from Dan Rafael with ESPN.
Thank you.
Hang on one sec. Dan,
sure.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Okay.
Sebastian.
Yes.
Could you please have them keep that noise down? It's really
Chino, por favor, hagan silencio ahí porque se escucha todo. Ahora empiezan las preguntas.
Okay, thanks a lot. Hey, Sebastian?
Yes.
Hey, this is Dan.
Hey, Dan.
How are you?
How are you?
Good, good. I would like you to ask Marcos a lot of the comments leading up to this fight where he talked, you know, so much about how much he wanted to fight Adrien. Didn't really, to my recollection, wasn't saying anything about any of the other champions in the welterweight division or any of the other top fighters in the weight class. He seemed to have a tonal focus on wanting to get Adrien specifically in the ring. I know he was the mandatory, but knowing how many fighters in his weight class that Golden Boy promotes, I'm pretty sure that there could have been some other fight made. My question is then, what was it about Broner that made Marcos so intent on wanting to fight him specifically instead of any of the other, you know, good fighters in those weight classes at 40 and 47?
Great. Marcos, la pregunta es de Dan Rafael de ESPN. Él dice que estuvo viendo y analizando todas tus declaraciones y que él nota que vos siempre quisiste esta pelea con Broner, y habiendo tantos otros campeones y tantos otros buenos boxeadores en welter, ¿qué es lo que te hace a vos haber querido tanto, con tanta intensidad, pelear con Broner?
No, lo que es el cinturón y lo tiene Broner, así que voy por él.
¿No hay nada especial en él que era la pregunta que te haga querer pelear con él?
No, lo que yo quiero es ser campeón de esta categoría y por eso quiero ese cinturón que lo tiene Broner.
Perfect. Okay. No, it's not that I'm obsessed or anything with Adrien Broner. The fact is, I wanted the thing that I really want in my career is to be the welterweight champion, the WBA welterweight champion, and it happens that Broner won that belt unexpectedly because he was a lightweight fighter. But since he beat Malinacci, that kind of like become my obsession, because I want to be a world champion. It happens that he has the belt, and that's why I want to beat them.
Okay, my other question, thank you, Sebastian. My other question for Marcos then is, when he and Adrien had their incident where they, I guess, almost came to blows, this was a couple of nights prior to the Mayweather-Canelo fight in September. I wonder how much, I don't think that Adrien's fight and Marcos' fight was not 100% done at that point. How much did that incident fire him up to want to get that deal done? And what happened in that incident, if he could give his point of view on it?
Okay. Marcos, cuando ustedes en el incidente que tuvieron en Las Vegas, que casi se agarran a trompadas ahí en el ringside del MGM, En ese momento la pelea no estaba concretada, estaba en negociaciones, estaban empezando las negociaciones. Entonces la pregunta es, ese incidente, ¿cómo fue y si realmente te hizo tener más ganas de que la pelea realmente se concretara?
La verdad que yo tengo ganas de pelear siempre, de que soy boxeador, siempre tengo ganas de pelear con cualquiera, pero ¿cómo es? No, sí, el incidente ahí en Las Vegas me dio un poco más de motivación y para entrenar más duro para esta pelea llegar al 100%.
Okay, I really, like I said before, I really wanted to beat and knock him out, even at that stage that the fight was not done already when the incident happened in Las Vegas. But after the incident, I tell you the truth, it really lighted me up, and it was a motivation for me because I'm not used to fight or get into arguments or came to blows with fellow fighters. But this guy has something special, and he's a provocative character. So it really gave me motivation to focus more on my training harder, and and I just want for December 14th to be now.
All right, thank you very much for that, Sebastian and Marcos. Adrien, are you there? I got a couple of questions for you.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Hey, Adrien. You heard Marcos give his perspective on the incident prior to the Floyd fight in September. I'm curious, what was going on in your mind when that happened, and how much did that fire you up to want to get the deal done to fight him?
No, I actually missed it. I was making a rap while he was talking.
Well, I asked him about the incident that you and he had at the MGM during the card that was a couple of nights before Floyd fought Canelo Alvarez, and I'm wondering what was going on as far as you were concerned when that took place, and how much, if at all, did it fire you up to get the deal done to face him on December 14th?
To be honest, I was sitting with a nice lady. I was sitting with a nice lady friend of mine, and he just wanted some attention. Somebody had to tell him to do it. But that's boxing. That's boxing. Did it surprise me? No, it's okay. I'm fine with that. That's what I'm used to. So I'm happy that he's willing to fight me and he's ready to fight. I like to see that. So I know he's not going to run from me. He's going to come to fight me.
My other question then for you, Adrien, is when you made your welterweight debut and you fought Paulie and won the title earlier in the year, Paulie, we all know, is an excellent boxer, a very good fighter, been champion, all that, not blessed with big punching power. And Marcos Maidana has, been revered for several years as one of the best punchers in boxing. I wonder, when you go into the ring with him in only your second fight at welterweight, do you believe that the punching power difference between what he may have and what Paulie has is going to be a difference for you?
Dan, one thing that people don't understand is he fought the guys he knocked out, he was able to hit. He got to hit me first. He got to hit me first. And he's never been hit by me. So we'll all see. We'll see what happens December 14th.
Okay, Adrien, thank you. Appreciate it, everybody. Look forward to the fight in San Antonio. See you guys.
You already know you're my brother, Dan.
Thanks, Adrien.
Our next question comes from Kendrick Johnson with Dallas Weekly.
This question's for Adrien.
What's happening?
What's up, man? So tell me this: with you fighting your second fight, 147, and you seem like you were more content to stand in front of Paulie. With Adrien with Maidana being a harder hitter, are you going to change your style and be a lot slicker since he has slicker fighters? Or are you going to go toe to toe and preach the clown in San Antonio?
Like I always say, this: I don't fight nobody the same. Maidana has to show me. You have to make me respect his power and his boxing skills. If you never know, when I make my adjustments inside the ring December 14th, then I'll do what I have to do to get my victory. But until then, we just stand sharp.
And what adjustments are you going to make? Because people are saying that is it because you didn't respect the punching power that you got hit more than you used to, or you just to stay in front of Paulie because he's not as hard of a hitter?
I mean, you've seen the fight. You know, Paulie's a good hell of a fighter. Threw a lot of shots, but he couldn't hit me. He couldn't hit me with nothing flush. So, you know, with Maidana, he's definitely a proven hard-hitting puncher. But he got to hit me. It's not like I'm going to let him hit me. He got to hit me.
And we all know you being a student of the game, have you looked at any of his tapes? Because as we all know, he seems to have some problems with slicker fighters.
I don't watch no tape. You know, I know he's a hell of a fighter. He's going to come to fight. He's not going to lay down unless I make him lay down. And I don't have no problem with laying nobody down. I have done some robberies in my days.
And my last question is, with you making your San Antonio debut on Showtime, what are you going to bring to the table that we haven't seen to build the Adrien Broner brand so that we can get to see you be Mr. Pay-Per-View after your next team and be headlining pay-per-views on a consistent basis?
All I'm going to say to you fans is, and you reporters, just watch the fight. I don't care if you like me or dislike me. Just please watch the fight, and you'll see something special.
All right, man. See you next weekend, man. Look forward to seeing you again, man.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Our next question comes from Len Satterfield with theringtv.com.
Hey, man. What's up, Adrien? How you doing?
What's up?
Hey. Back when you fought DeMarco, you were saying that was going to be like your fight that was comparable to Aaron Pryor's fight with Alexis Arguello. But you ended up dominating in your first debut at 135 and walking him down. Do you think that given the way Maidana fights, he comes forward, that you will end up walking him down once you make your adjustments?
I don't know how I'm going to end the fight. I don't know how the fight going to end. All I know is I will be victorious.
Now, you talked about Paulie Malignaggi, and also you talked about not getting respect. There's another guy who, throughout his career, didn't feel like he would ever get his respect because of his style. In a way, is it good that people don't respect, aren't giving you credit so that you stay motivated, or what are your thoughts on that?
I'm a self-motivator, so I'm always motivated, but it comes with the territory of being an African American that's on top, and like I always say, man, they're never going to give me my full respect. They're never going to do it. No matter if I go in there and knock Maidana out in the first round, they're going to find some way to criticize me. So I just do me. I just get my victories and keep moving on with my career. Because at the end of the day, none of you reporters in there never threw a punch. Some of you reporters never threw a punch, and none of these writers never threw a punch. So I really can't read or take what you guys say, some of you guys say, and take it to the heart because it means nothing to me sometimes.
Okay. My last question is, you fought your first fight at welterweight. Was that an adjustment? And now that you've had that fight at welterweight, will this, be different for you, having more acclimatized yourself to the weight?
Every fight is going to be different because every opponent is different. So we're going to see what Maidana brings to the table, and we're going to play our cards when we get the game going.
Thanks a lot, Adrien. Appreciate it. See you guys next week.
All right, Lev.
Once again, if you would like to ask a question or have a comment, please press *1 on your telephone keypad. That will place you in the question queue. Our next question comes from Jenna J. with On the Ropes.
I have a question for Marcos Maidana. Marcos, going into this fight here, the perception is that you don't do well against boxers, people that have good speed and boxing skills. going into the fight with Adrien here, how do you expect to deal with his speed and his boxing ability?
Marcos, la pregunta es, hasta ahora en tu carrera dio la impresión de que te cuestan los boxeadores que boxean y que se mueven bastante. ¿Cuáles son tus impresiones acerca de esta pelea? ¿Cómo vas a hacer para poder superar eso? Y por otra parte te traduzco que Broner dijo que él le tenés que demostrar si realmente pegás para que él te pueda respetar.
No, estuve preparándome bien con el sparring como Broner y eso, y exacto, no importa si me boxeas, si estoy preparado para pelear de cualquier, no tengo drama, y sí que le voy a hacer sentir mi voz, y voy a hacer que me respete.
Okay. Yeah, maybe you're right. In the past, I had a few problems with boxers, slick boxers, but I don't think Broner is such a slick boxer. He's talented, but I'm preparing well. I had great sparring partners this time. I adjusted myself, and be sure that Adrien will going to respect me in the ring. I will make sure that he respects me in the ring.
Now, Marcos, the fight that Adrien had with Maidana, people question whether or not he really brought his power up in the weight. And I'm wondering for you, do you think right now that he's a full-fledged welterweight, or do you still see him as a blown-up lightweight?
Can you repeat the last part?
Yeah. Do you see Adrien Broner as a full-fledged welterweight right now, or do you view him as a blown-up lightweight, a guy who's coming up in weight?
Okay, perfect, got it. Marco, la pregunta es si después de ver a la pelea de Broner con Malinacci, ¿vos crees que realmente Broner es ahora un welter en serio, un welter natural, un welter bien establecido, o todavía lo ves como un peso liviano que está crecido artificialmente a welter?
No, yo lo veo bien, está bien físicamente para welter, pero lo que sí no está probado con boxeadores fuertes y que tengan una experiencia. Yo creo que esta va a ser su pelea más dura que ha tenido en su carrera.
Okay. No, I would say he's now established welterweight. The only thing, he physically is a welterweight now, no doubt about it, but the only problem is he's not has been tested by a natural welter like me. That's why this is the hardest fight of his life.
All right, my next question is now for Adrien Broner. Adrien, you still there?
Yo.
Yep. Hey, Adrien, that's the question a lot of people have out there about you is you face Paul Maidana. Guy doesn't have much power at the weight class. Marcos Maidana, he does have power. Do you think you brought your power up to welterweight?
Of course I did. Paulie's, he's a hell of a fighter. He's more difficult to hit. He's more difficult to hit than any opponent I ever fought. I give him that. But December 14th, man, you'll see a different Adrien Broner, just like every fight. I'm gonna give you something different.
I know. The Olympic call, Richard Schaefer said that people don't like you for your trash talking in the ring. I'm wondering, do you think more people tune in to watch you lose fights or win fights?
Both. It plays in 50-50. So it really don't matter.
All right. Thank you, Adrien.
All right.
Our next question comes from Robert Morales with Los Angeles Daily News.
Yes, I have one question for Adrien. Adrien, you have accomplished a hell of a lot already, winning titles in 3 weight classes. And I do think that there are some of us, especially veteran boxing writers, who give you the credit you deserve. With that said, I'm wondering, if you were compiling your own pound-for-pound list, where would you put yourself?
Honestly, on the pound-for-pound list?
Yes.
I'll say I'm top 5. Easy.
Sure.
And I'll even name them. You got number one is I got to pay homage to my big brother Floyd Mayweather because he's still in the game.
Right.
But number two, I gotta give honestly. I said and thought about this, but I honestly got to give it to Andre Ward.
Gotcha. Okay.
For the simple fact of what he's done in boxing, because